Hi gang, how are we doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is day 14 of your manifesting challenge. I'm super pumped you're here. This is 2 full weeks in, minus the Sundays that I've taken, and I'm so proud of you, and I want to say don't stop now, because this is like where the miracles are happening, guys. This is where we dig in deep, fully, to manifest our desires. And I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. So thank you for joining me on this journey. How are we? Let me know how you're doing. Drop it in the comments. Shoot me a message. I want to hear from you for sure. Guys, I just got to tell you, you remember that solar energy company that I had applied for and I was interviewing for? It's called Daybreak Solar. I got the job. And I'm so excited about this because it aligns with everything that I stand for with regards to like using the sun for its natural energy to help people to save money and save energy, empower their homes in the most amazing way. I'm just like, I can't believe that I have this opportunity, and I'm learning so much about it through training right now, and I'm just super excited. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So I've got it. I've got this. And I'm excited because this is going to lead into what we're going over today, which is to pay attention to the driftwood. Pay attention to the driftwood is what we are focusing on here on day 14. And so now that you're a couple of weeks in, you probably are noticing some momentum. I hope you're noticing some momentum. And if you're not, that's totally fine. You know what that means? If you're not noticing that momentum, is likely that you're just not paying attention to these subtle signs. And it's not something that comes easily, because it's not something that we really do like on a daily basis, right? Is to just pay attention to these super subtle signs. But when you're in the process of manifesting, which is what we're doing now, right? The universe will show you all kinds of subtle, similar signs that is related to what it is that you're manifesting. And this is called the driftwood. And it was named the driftwood by Abraham Hicks. And so often we simply don't notice this guidance, or we just dismiss it as like a coincidence. Like, oh, wow, that was really cool. Something that was crazy that happened the other day, and I don't even know if this is really, actually, I think it is. Oh my God. Now that I think about it, this is crazy. So my manifestation, my big manifestation is my first child, right? I went over that with you. Like I told you guys all about that yesterday. And the other day I was over at one of my really good girlfriend's house, and we were laying in her bed and watching, you know, like spiritual stuff on TV and really just talking, you know. And we had mentioned one of our girlfriends, Katie, who just had her baby not 2 weeks ago. If that, she had her baby boy. And I said to Maddie, I said, have you heard from Katie, or have you talked to Katie yet? How is she doing? I haven't heard anything yet, or I haven't talked to her in a little bit, because obviously she's been super busy with this newborn. And you guys, like 3 seconds later, she texted both of us at the same time in a group message. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God, what a cool coincidence. But now that I'm like teaching you guys this stuff and looking back at it, that's the universe telling me that I'm on the right path, because my friend Katie, who just had this child, is on my mind. And when I mention her name, she texts me 2 seconds later. And see, I'm choosing to see that sign. So this is what, you know, not missing the driftwood is all about. And sometimes we will look at someone else having what it is that we're looking to manifest and bring to life, or what our desires are. We'll look at someone else having that as almost like a limitation. And this is your fear-based ego popping in, thinking that there's not enough to go around. Obviously, with a baby, it's a little bit different. Of course, there's enough babies to go around, I hope. But your fear-based ego is kicking in when you look at somebody else who has what you have and you get jealous, or, you know, you just look at it as like, oh man, you know, since they've got that, I'm not going to be able to get it. Why does everything always happen good to them? And why is it so difficult for me? Get rid of the stinking thinking, folks. Get rid of it. Stinking thinking gets you absolutely nowhere. Celebrate these successes for these people. Celebrate them. It's super cool that your friend just bought a new home. Are you looking to manifest buying your first home? Is that what you're manifesting? If that's what you're manifesting, celebrate your friends who are doing these things. And here's a quick example with the home situation. I wrote down a couple of things that you might notice. Actually, first let's rewind. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The more that you see others who have what you want, the closer you are really to getting it. I truly, truly believe that. And if we choose to see those people that have what we want, it's just a reflection of what's to come for us. Like for me, I'm walking in the grocery store and I see like 1 million pregnant women. Inevitably. Happens all the time. Is it because I'm noticing it because I want it so bad? Maybe, probably. Or is it the universe telling me that I'm on the right path? Yes. Yes, I choose to believe that. Absolutely. And so it's just let their success be that mirror back at you for what you're about to receive and what you're ready to receive. And when we start paying attention to the driftwood we encounter in all shapes and forms, could be something super small, something big, but it could be just super small and subtle. We realize that the universe is always giving us beautiful guidance. When we start paying attention to these things, not shrugging them off as coincidences or not even noticing them at all because we're so far up in our head just thinking about everything else that doesn't matter or all the other things that we need to do. Allow yourself the permission to see the beautiful things that are going on around you. Especially if you're in the process of manifesting those things. So start paying attention. This is our practice for today. Start paying attention to the driftwood that's in your path. And I suggest that you carry around a small notebook and start writing these little subtle signs that you see down for yourself. And allow it to be evidence that your manifestation is just getting closer and closer to you. And write them down as you encounter them so that you don't kind of just write them off later or forget about them, right? This practice will help you become better at noticing guidance and better at trusting your intuition, without a doubt. If something feels like a sign, guys, it is. If it feels like a sign, it is. It's okay to sit there and look at something and be like, is this a sign? I don't know. Yes! If it feels like a sign, it is. Even if it's small. If it's meaningful for you, write it down. Especially if it has something to do with what you were trying to manifest at this time. And if you're manifesting something in particular, which I think is important that we do, right, is focus on something that's got a clear end result rather than just a picture. My dog's barking because somebody just rang the doorbell and I'm assuming that is my Amazon package that just got here. So I'm not going to get up and go get it. But yeah, so if you're manifesting something in particular, we want to focus on the signs that are related to that. And so now I'm going to go to that example that I was going to go to before. So if you're manifesting buying your first home, here are some of the signs that you might write down. Your friend put in an offer on a new home and got the home. What do we do then? Celebrate it. Woo! Let's go to dinner. This is amazing. This is such a huge thing. This is a life-changing moment in your life. Let's go celebrate the fact that you just put in an offer on a new home and you got the home. Holy moly, that's amazing. The second one you might write down is you see your sign as you go to look for home. You remember when, okay, go back a few lessons, right? Go back. I don't remember exactly which lesson that is, and I'm sorry, I'll write it down in the comments. But go back to that lesson where we created our sign. And remember how I talked about how the ladybug was my sign. Right? That's a good lesson. That's an awesome one to kind of carry with you. But if you're looking to buy a house, right, and you go and you view a house and you see your sign, like if I saw a ladybug somewhere or, you know, a lunchbox with a ladybug on it, I would see that as a sign that I'm on the right path, even if that house isn't for me. While driving to look at a house, maybe you see 11:11 on the clock. Well, what's the significance with 11:11, Kat, you might ask? Because I did. Before I knew what 11:11 really meant, most people just say, oh my God, it's 11:11, touch the clock, it's good luck, make a wish. It is good luck. This is the reason, because 11:11 is an awakening code. It represents easy access to higher realms, which is a totally different topic, which we can get into. If you guys are interested in talking about and learning about higher realms at a different time, we can certainly do that. But 11:11 represents easy access to higher realms. So these higher realms, aka the universe, is working for you if you see that. 11:11 carries strong codes of initiation, intuition, spirituality, and enlightenment. So that's your 11:11. Little side note. So those are just some examples that you could write down in your notebook as you go. You know, of course, we're not all manifesting buying our first home. I'm sure I will be, like, post-baby, and once we get ourselves back on our feet financially, which I'm 100% certain that this new job that I just received is going to help me do. And I really look at this new job as a sign that I'm going in the right direction. You know why? Because it's going to help me financially. And it is very possible that the heavens above are saying, Kat, you're crazy to want a baby right now, because how are you going to support it? I mean, they're right. You know, I always say, we'll figure it out when it happens. But yeah, you know, that's just an example. It's a sign that I'm in the right direction, because this is going to help me get back on my feet financially. Weddings are expensive, y'all. Elope. My dad actually this is a really funny story. I'll tell you guys this. My dad told my sister, he said, hey, Kimmy, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. They're sitting like on the couch in the living room of the house that I rented to get married in. And he goes, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. She was like, okay, like what? He's like, please elope. Please elope. And if you guys know my father, like, died. I was dying in a good way. It was fucking funny. Anyways, moving on. So when you choose to pay attention to those subtle hints, guys, they'll become crystal clear. Like, you'll see them everywhere. Nose itches. You'll see those subtle hints. And with each addition to the list, you'll become more excited and more relaxed, because you'll be more certain that what it is you're manifesting is well on its way. So that happy, excited, and faithful feeling is the key, really, to manifesting your desires. And we know this, right? Manifesting is all about how you feel, because how you feel projects onto the universe and you attract more of that. So if you feel good, you attract good, and vice versa. Tuning in to spiritual guidance is a habit that we can all strengthen, myself included. That is why I'm doing these things. When you choose to tune in and really pay attention, you start to become more aware of how you're always being guided and supported, which is a beautiful thing in life. Always being guided and supported. I wish that more people would talk about good things. I have kind of a circle of close women that I speak to online, really. One of them being my new business partner. We're creating a skincare/spiritual guidance line, like website where you'll be able to gain spiritual guidance and read my blogs and contact us with any questions you may have, and purchase all holistic, organic sea moss and skincare made with 9.5 pH water from our alkaline machines. And that person that I'm doing this with is so aligned with everything that I stand for, like, it's nuts. And I met her on Facebook. And so when I tune into that spiritual guidance and I choose to pay attention to it, I'm becoming aware of how guided and supported I am. And I am supported through her. And I'm supported through my other women friends who are teaching me all of these things as well. And I'm just really taking advantage of it because she's amazing and I want to do business with her. So have fun with this, guys. This is a fun thing. And tomorrow we're going to share a very simple and profound practice that'll help you follow the fun even easier. So I have time for a quick walk before I get back to my training with my solar energy company. So I wanted to just say that I love you guys and thank you again for following all of these things, all of these days, and be happy and peaceful. And I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.